Hi, folks. Hello. My confidence level right now is so low. I'm not sure I know what to say. Holy Spirit, help me. Even though I'm just talking to my camera, it feels like a big deal. So let's call this version 2 of Otis' life story. Let's call this version 2 of my YouTube channel. Can't really describe what cultural shock means. You can't really describe what it means or how you react to being in a new country. Nobody really tells you the amount of shock you experience when you first move to a new country. Nobody prepares you for that. I cannot believe I'm in my 30s. I do not feel. Oh, I do. Lately, I've started feeling like I'm in my 30s, for real. Like my boss started to tell me, you're no longer in your 20s, you're in your 30s.
It gets realer as the moments go. When I take my time, it's a light I don't chase, it's a light I find.
Hey guys, hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hello. If you're returning, hi. My name is Otzi and I am here to chat. I'm here to just talk to you guys and just express some thoughts, share some thoughts, and just exhale, process my thoughts or whatever. And also just introduce myself to you all. My name is Otzi and this is my second year being on YouTube, and today I just want to tell you guys about how it's been since I moved to the US, which is when the YouTube journey started. And I created my YouTube channel when I was moving to the US because I felt like it was the start of a new chapter. I felt like it was the start of a new season for me. And I created the channel because I wanted to document the process. I wanted to share the new experience with the world because I felt like it's a new territory for me, and I just wanted people back home to see my new life, to know what's going on with me, to stay updated. I just wanted to stay in touch with people that I was living back home. So, home is Nigeria, and that is home because that's where I was born, that's where I grew up, that's where my parents are, that's where some of my siblings are. So, that's home because that's the place I've known for 30 years, more than 30 years of my life. So, that's where I call home. And when I was leaving home in August of 2024, I created this channel just so that I could just document my experiences and I could just share them with everyone that was home. But I haven't done an excellent job at that. I have tried. I documented the first couple of months and then I just stopped, mostly because I felt like I wasn't getting the right feedback. I wasn't getting the right feedback or support from people that knew about this channel, because I thought that creating the channel and sharing these experiences with my friends and with my family and also new people, they would also, as I was trying to connect with them, I expected that they would also try to connect back with me through the channel. But I feel like my expectations were not met because it was one sided and it wasn't like my intentions were very clear. I wasn't really letting people know that this is me trying to connect with you guys, even though I'm across the Atlantic Ocean, even though I'm in another continent. I wasn't clear, like let people know that this is the purpose of the channel. It kind of like I was showing off my new life to people, kind of like I was, yeah, off. And I kind of blame for that because there wasn't a very strong intention about why I was doing what I was doing. I was showing places, I was showing things, I was doing things, but I wasn't communicating the right ideas to the audience. So I hope I can do a better job from now on, because really what this channel is about is just being authentic, being myself, and also just connecting with people that I left back home. And also trying to connect with people here and people everywhere by God's grace. So I'm going to try this again. I'm going to start again. So let's call this version 2 of Oti's life story. Let's call this version 2 of my YouTube channel. Hello. Yes. So my name is Otiwo. Means joy giver. It's a Nigerian name, and specifically it's an Edo name. Edo is one of the states in Nigeria. Edo is also a tribe. Oh no, sorry, it's not a tribe. It's a state, and it comprises of several tribes. And my tribe is the Isan tribe. And yeah, that is my name. But something is that I have another name. I have an English name. My English name is Pamela, and it means all honey. I like both names, and I actually go by both names depending on the setting, depending on the environment. So growing up, everybody at home, in my home, my brothers, they called me whenever I was outside. Whenever I was in school, they also called me Otiwo. I remember because of the name sounds, people would tease me. Well, school children would tease me about my name. They would mispronounce it deliberately into some ugly sounding word, and just deliberately disfigure the name. So I started to like somehow about the name, especially when it was mispronounced. So I remember going to university and just telling people my name is Pamela, because Pamela sounds nice. There's no way you can mispronounce Pamela. You mispronounce it, it still sounds pretty. So I just told a couple of people that my name was Pamela, and some people called me Otiwo. And then I went to different places. I got a job, and even though my first name is Otiwo, you would see it on all my documentation. I just let people call me Pamela, and whenever I moved to a new place, I just shortened my name to Oti, or I just gave people a nice sounding name. And yeah, people found a way to just mispronounce even the abbreviated version of my Nigerian name. So I always just associated like name with like going to make an ugly sound with the name. The thing is, whenever someone pronounces that name correctly, it always gives me joy. Whenever my family pronounces the name, or whenever someone just calls me that name and they call it correctly, I'm like, it's me. So it's like people saying, I see you, like I know you. That's how, when people pronounce my name correctly, that's how I feel. I'm really used to people pronouncing my name wrongly. If you're someone that has a complicated name to pronounce, you might relate to what I'm saying. You just have people pronounce your name wrongly all the time, and you just start to get like feeling about the name. Anyways, that is that. Right now, I'm in the US. Pamela is a US name. Almost everybody calls me Pamela. It's fine. It's totally fine. For my name, I am a PhD student in the United States. I say this a lot. You're going to hear it a lot in this channel, and it's not because I'm trying to brag. It's just because that's what I do. And studying abroad is a very popular thing. And most times people do not know where someone studying abroad actually is located. Because whenever someone goes to study abroad, they could be anywhere in the world. They could be in Africa, they could be in Australia, wherever. So I just feel like when I say I'm studying abroad, I want people to know where I am. And when I say I am studying, I want people to know what degree I am getting. So I don't mean it in like a obnoxious way. It's something reputable. I don't dispute that, but I'm also not trying to brag about it. I'm trying to get used to it. That's why I say it a lot. Another about me is I'm in my 30s. I am going to say that a whole lot on this channel as well, just because it's another thing I'm trying to get used to. I cannot believe I'm in my 30s. I do not feel, oh, I do. Lately, I've started feeling like I'm in my 30s, for real. Like my boss started to tell me, you're no longer in your 20s, you're in your 30s. But I still just try to like say a lot because I'm still single. I'm not mom yet. And these are things that people in their 30s, most people in their 30s already have or are. So when you learn that, oh, I'm a single girl or I'm a student, there's this tendency, and also like sometimes where I look, there's this tendency to wonder like, how am I really? I'm gonna put it out there. I'm in my 30s, early 30s. And what am I studying? Another thing about me, I am in the biomedical research field. I'm actually studying genetics and genomics, and I love it. I love medicine. I have always loved medicine right from when I was born. With my mom being a nurse and all of those good stuff about my childhood, I've always loved medicine. I wanted to be a medical doctor so bad that I tried to get into medical school so times, 5 times in like the of my university and like late school days. I just kept trying to get into a medical school, but I getting rejected. And yeah, I quit. There's this post I made here on this channel about how I also kept trying to get into like the program abroad, and how I also kept getting rejected. I got so many rejections for about 5 years from when I graduated with my master's degree, which was sometime in 2019 to 2024, 2019, 21, 22, 24, 5 years. I kept applying. I applied to the UK, I applied to Cape Town, South Africa, I applied to the US, I applied to Canada, I applied to Vienna. I don't even know where Vienna is. I applied to Finland. I applied to so many places. Like I would go on Google and find and search for PhD in genetics, PhD in human something, PhD in medical something, and I would apply because I was qualified. I have a master's degree, I have a really good bachelor's degree. So I thought I was qualified, but I just kept getting rejected. And I would link the video somewhere here. And if you watch the video, you see how I finally got accepted. So maybe that's what I should have done with my medical dreams as well. Just continue and not quit. But yeah, at some point I had to quit. So Like from when I got my acceptance to come study here in the US, I finally came. I was really excited. It was time to start living a life that I've dreamt of. I knew it was time to finally start afresh. So, because in the last 5 years leading up to when I got the admission, I was really, really, really like where I was in life. I was really, really not like about things as they were. So I really just wanted something, a fresh start. I just wanted a new opportunity. I just wanted a new place. So coming here was exciting. But how has it been since I've really been here? 2 years now. It's been surreal for one. Like most time I was here, which was like up until August here. I was in shock because everything was different. Everything was so yeah, the first year was crazy. I was in shock. So I made a lot of decisions that I'm not proud of. I acted irrationally. I felt like I had finally made it in life and I just acted very proud and I can't really blame myself because I was in shock. And this is something that a lot of people that have relocated to a new country might be able to relate with. Can't really describe what cultural shock means. You can't really describe what it means or how you react to being in a new country. But I just know that for me, the first year, I was out of my senses in terms of it felt like a different world. I did not feel myself. I didn't feel like myself. Nothing looked like anything I knew. I don't know. And everything was just happening so fast. I didn't have any time to react. It was the first year. It was just crazy. And if any of you have relocated countries, like moved countries, and you understand what I'm talking about, please let me know. I verbally broke friendships. I verbally burnt bridges. Now, it's not bad to burn bridges. It's not bad to break friendships. It's not bad to cut ties. It's not bad to leave spaces that are not helping you or serving you. None of that is bad, right? But like when all of things are happening at the same time, when nothing is stable, when nothing is familiar, when nothing looks really overwhelming. So like for people to reacting to me and me reacting to people, the weather reacting to me, the culture reacting to me, academics reacting to me, and everything just happening at the same time, that was the shock. That was the confusion. That was the stress. So, yeah, the year off was really rough. Thank God that I'm in my second year and it's better. I thank God that things are getting better. I'm able to feel a little bit of calm now. I'm able to think a bit. I'm able to recognize some things. Some things are starting to look familiar now. Creating routines, forming connections. So it's better. Nobody really tells you the amount of shock you experience when you first move to a new country. Nobody prepares you for that. But God, it's been God's grace that I made it like 1 year and I'm almost through with the second year. It's still difficult. There are still days that I still don't feel like myself. There are still days that I don't recognize anything. But I thank God that the Holy Spirit is helping me and gradually I'm finding my feet. So the whole thing, like starting anew, living my dreams and all those fun things, none of that has happened yet. I have been trying to survive. I've been trying to keep my head above water. So that's what I've been doing, if I'm being honest. Just trying to find my rhythm. Just trying to understand myself in this new planet, new country. And also just trying to build from scratch. It's fun to relocate. It's fun to travel abroad. But it's not fun to restart your life from scratch. Especially when you're doing it alone. Like you don't really like very close family friends that you traveled with. When you're doing it alone, it's very difficult. When you don't have people that came with you to the new place, like when nothing really familiar. I came here and I met people here, and they do love me, they do care about me, they are my friends, they are my family. But I didn't know them from my past. So they were as new as the country was. Yeah, it was rough, but to soften and smoothing. And one thing that has helped with that is giving myself a lot of grace. How have I given myself grace? I've given myself permission to be a mess. I've given myself permission to be depressed. I've given myself permission to be sad. I've given myself permission to be broken. I've given myself permission to be scattered. Just giving myself permission to be whatever I find myself. And also, something that has more recently helped me is temperance. Temperance is when you're able to weather something. Like something is able to delay your reaction to that thing. That's my one definition of temperance. When something in every cell in your body is telling you react, to say, I'm not going to react. I'm simply not going to react. I'm going to do nothing. I'm just going to weather this out. I'm just going to wait it out. That is what I'm learning. I'm calling it temperance. Like, oh, I feel this. Oh, I feel that. I'm not going to take any decision in that moment. I am just going to wait. Oh, I hate this routine. No, this routine is really stressing me. Is it a good routine? Did you say you're going to stick to that routine? Then I'm just going to stick to the routine. Temperance. If I see no name for it, I would tell you. But like right now, I'm temperance. In my relationships with people, my relationships with myself, my mind, everything. Temperance. Yeah. So that's how I have made it this far. And also the Holy Spirit helping me, strengthening me, praying, and just trusting in God. Yeah. Yeah, so I want a big thank you to everyone that has been subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. And everyone that has viewed my posts today. Thank you so much for viewing it. Yeah, and I'm trying that I have a successful time for the remaining time I'm going to be in this country. And God says it's time to move. I pray that whatever purpose God had for me, sending me here, I would have accomplished it by that time. So I hope you guys being here. Thank you for supporting me. Please stay in touch. I want to be in touch with you guys. I want to feel connected to my home. So please leave a comment, send me a DM. Just support me. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to do a better job of being humble. I'm going to try to do a better job of being authentic and just being vulnerable here, because my purpose is staying in touch with people that I love, people I care about, and also making new friends and new connections. So let's create a community that supports each other. Let's create a community that grows. Let's create a community that loves Jesus. Let's create a community that fosters everything that we need to live the life that God created us for. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Bye.
It out for free. I keep my sense.